biggest surprise for me was people had actually lowered their expectations, which is a little surprising. I had always run around thinking that everybody had, you gotta meet this goal. And Basile, what are you doing here? What are you doing with this? And I remember going up to the controller in our company. I was like, Bill, let's have this talk. And he's like, what are you talking about? And when we sat down and actually got down to it, he was like, I just haven't been bringing, things to you because I knew you were busy. I didn't have any expectation that you would be able to meet these goals. And I was just really shocked because this whole time I'm running around thinking, I'm spinning my wheels. I'm not meeting the goals. I'm not pushing deliverables down to him that he needed to make decisions. And the whole time he was like, no, I sort of off-sourced that to somebody else. And so that was a real relief. And the other surprising thing I found with stakeholders was how willing they are to help. As soon as you express to them what your expectations are and what your goals are, how easy it was. There they were like, yeah, I'll help you do that. Or, here's another idea that you can use to help you get where you need to go. And it was so easy. I just sat there wondering why I hadn't asked before.
You have an opportunity through the dialogues to have an incredibly safe conversation. What I mean by that is I went around to my coworkers and I said, guys, how am I doing at meeting your expectations? And I'm doing this research for a class, and many of them said, Rich, I wouldn't even normally tell you this because, it just seems goofy to do so in a work environment because you're my peer. But here's a way that we can really work a lot more effectively together because you're trying to meet these expectations of me, and I'm not really sure what they are of you on a personal working level, but let's just sit down and talk about that. And that may not apply to folks as much in the full-time MBA space, but I think the idea of having that safe conversation, we can just go, hey, look, I'm just trying to learn for a class. That, for me, was a great door opener that made me learn a lot about personal dynamics that I had no clue of.
As you go through the conversations, the first 60 seconds is the worst, period, right? Expect it. You'll get into that, and all I did is said, you know what, I have this class, and I have to, in order for me to do well, you mean a lot to me, and you have to help me by talking to me about us. And then all of a sudden it became, the door was open, the conversation started, and from there it was unbelievably comfortable, unbelievably honest. And I can say that in every case there may have been surprises, but I think the net result was always positive because you learned more about a relationship that you had with somebody, and most importantly, you showed them that, hey, you're important to me, and that if you phrase it the right way, they'll feel touched and they'll be willing to open up more and more to you.